Welcome. Today I want to be going over my Vex build. Now this build is based around the bod and lifesteal. I don't actually really have a name for it, so it's I don't know what I'm going to title this, but I'm going to get straight into it with the skills and then the specialization, and then I'm going to come back to the gear, and then I'm going to show off a fun interaction that I have. So starting immediately off with the skills, I don't want to give too much big of a breakdown here, but I'm going to try and speed run through it and still explain what stuff does. If you don't want to listen to all that, I'm going to leave this on screen here for just a second so you can screenshot it or whatever. This is green tree, and this is the red tree. The only thing with the red tree is that you can put these 2 points instead of grave sustenance into enchantment if you want. It's entirely up to you. But they're your last 2 points. So, this is the green tree. Quickly breaking down through it, we're going to put 5 into leeching attunement for the lifesteal. We're going to put 5 into grave sights for extra damage. We're going to put 5 into grave implements for, again, more extra damage. We're going to put 5 into fiendish invigoration so we can get a movement speed and fire rate. We're going to put 3 points into grave power so we can get more kill skills. Don't know if I said, but 1 point into guns and needles for our rep kit cooldown. We're then going to go ahead and put 5 points into Drink Full for increased fire rate. We're going to put 5 points into Mortal Terror so we can get our kill skills going more commonly. We're going to put 5 points into Grave Vitality so we can get better health, more survivability. 5 points into Essence Leech for Lifesteal. And then we're going to put 3 points into Blooded Power for increased kinetic gun damage. And then, like I said, your last 2 points, they can either go over here into Grave Sustenance or Enchantment, or basically anything else in this tree if you want. If you want, you can even put them into Bloodletter and get Bleed. I'm just trying to make this build non-bleed, so it can be Nerf proof when Bleed does eventually get hit. So, we're obviously going to be running Incarnate, we're going to be running Witchy Triggerfinger, and then we're going to be running Vibe Check. Witchy Triggerfinger, mainly so we can get our gun damage, and then we're going to be running Vibe Check so we can get the cooldown reduction on it even quicker, so we can be spamming out Witchy Triggerfinger even quicker. That's essentially the build. Again, I'll leave it on screen here for a second if you want a screenshot. Feel free to mess around with it. I think I've played a bit with Bloodshot and then running it as a sniper build. That's worked. But I'm not a big fan of running snipers in this game, so I haven't stuck with it, personally. But you absolutely can run that, or you can even put into material components over here. I just personally haven't, because, again, it doesn't really stack with Bleed, and this is using a lot of... This is kinetic status effect, what is Bleed. So, I don't really bother with it, but again, you can kind of play with it, do what you want, find out something that you like. For the specializations, we're going to come over here. Mine's kind of all over the place, and I need to, respec, ideally, but I also need to, get a higher level, so I'm running 52. But essentially, you want to go down into Riddle You This. This is basically essential. This is the only one that I've found out of this entire list so far that I have unlocked that is, actually needed. It's free damage. I don't know why you wouldn't want it. And then I've just taken Contamination and Compounding Eviction, and then I've taken Letter Alive. You don't have to take Letter Alive, you can literally do what you want. I think I Am a Gun would work decently, maybe, I don't know. Experiment with the specialization, find stuff that you like. Then, coming over to the gear, now, I'm going to break this down into 2 sections. So there is the absolute, 3 sections. There's going to be the must-have, that is non-negotiable, if you want to run this build you need it. I'm going to have the gear that is it's really, really nice to have, and it will be really, really fun to have, and then the not needed / more fun gear. So getting into it, the absolute, you need it, this is non-negotiable, is you need to have the Teen Witch class mod that drops from Radix, and then you need to have any shield with amp, even purples will do. I just use the Cinder Shelly over here. You can use literally fucking anything, it really doesn't matter, it's entirely up to you. But yeah, as long as you have the Teen Witch class mod, and you have anything with amp, I will say as well, with the Teen Witch, the second perk I have on there, or not the second, the second perk bonus that I have on there, the Teeth, that's really, really nice to have, because I'm pretty sure that's extra lifesteal, and this build is kind of focused around lifesteal, so you can get your shields consistently up, because if you have your shields consistently up, you consistently have your amp shots. That's kind of the interaction that we're mixing between here. Now, the only absolutely necessary gun that I think is kind of, again, non-negotiable is a bod. This is because it, as you can see, focuses, it acts as multiple weapons. that's kind of what we're going for here, is running this, and then if you have, like, I've got sniper rifle damage on mine, for example, so I'm already getting a plus 45 damage boost on my bod, and then over here on your enhancement, it's nice to get, you can get multiple gun, like, damage bonuses. So right now I've got a sniper rifle damage bonus, but you can get, like, sniper rifle and pistol, or assault rifle and shotgun, for example. That's kind of what you're looking for. But yeah, for absolutely non-negotiable stuff, you need to have an amp shield, a Teen Witch class mod, and preferably a bod. For the stuff that is, like, not needed, but still really, really, really nice to have, basically any rep kit that has Enrage, if you can get, like, a triple bypass with Enrage, you are absolutely sorted. I don't have one yet. I'm just using this kill spring because I like to have that, like, excess damage healing orb stuff, because you do so much damage. It's kind of crazy. So I like to have kill spring, but if I got a triple bypass with Enrage, I would be running it. And then, yeah, the enhancement, if you can try and find one of these with 2 guns on it, would be quite nice. And then the only weapon that is kind of like, yeah, it's kind of needed, but not really, is something to do with vials. I just use a wombo combo. Like, I've got this incendiary one here, but I've got, like, a cryo one. I've got a corrosive one. You basically just need a weapon to deal with vials. And then for the more, like, fun interactions and the stuff that you don't need, like, at all, this is, like, entirely up to you. I run the crit knife, but that's because it's still overpowered. Like, it would just be hurting me by not using it. But anything in the start of this video was recorded without using the crit knife, so you really don't need it. It's entirely up to you what your ordnance is. Like, I've been using a Relentless Fuse sometimes, or this one rather, my non-elemental Relentless Fuse. But yeah, you don't need the crit knife. It's just fun to use. And then I have a Rainbow Vomit equipped because it's just a good shotgun. And then I've got the Oh My God, because there's an interaction on the showcase of this in just 2 seconds. But yeah, so essentially how this build works is you have your bod. I'm lucky enough that my one has Sniper Rifle as its alternate fire. So yeah, like I said, I'm lucky enough that my one has Sniper Rifle as its ultimate fire, but if you just have, like, even, like, shotgun or assault rifle or anything else like that, I mean, it comes with a shotgun, it's come as a shotgun, so you don't even need to worry about that. So let's just say you have a shotgun one, you don't want to use, like, the pistol alternate fire, it's still solid enough that even just, like, one shot is going to do a good chunk of damage. Every single shot is going to be amped because of our shield and our class mod interacting together. But as you can see here, like, once you get your kill skill stacked and everything, you can deal about 20k-ish just per bullet. And then if you have your, like, your action skill enabled and you're just mag dumping and you keep proccing with your trigger finger, you can just see the damage just stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks. And even if I was just to stop here, we've just done, what is that? 12 million? 1.2 million? Something like that. I think that's, yeah, 1.2 million. So, not bad at all for just, like, mag dumping on the shotgun mode, but if you have the sniper rifle mode, it gets even crazier. Like, it gets really fucking crazy, because each shot can do, like, 60 plus K damage. And then if you proc Enrage on top of that, you can do even more and just stack and stack and stack and stack and stack. Again, most of your damage is coming from the fact that you have consistent overshield and maximum shield, and then your amp shots. So they are just doing a metric fuck ton, again, just on the shotgun mode, like 15k per pellet, and there's about 3 pellets, so, I mean, you do the math there, mate, you do the bloody math, you're getting about 40k at least. If you have the sniper rifle version on, it gets even fucking crazier. And I will say, again, the reason why the sniper rifle version for me works so well is, despite already counting as a sniper rifle, I have this thing that does extra sniper rifle damage, so I think putting on the sniper rifle rounds does even more. Ideally, the one thing that you really, really want to be able to, like, double dip into is having an enhancement that has 2 different types of weapon damage. Mine's obviously got critical damage and sniper rifle damage here, but I even have, like, this one that does gun damage and then assault rifle damage. And this will, like, double dip as well with my bullets. As you can see there, I'm doing, like, 50k-ish, and that's non-crits. If I have my other one on and I'm doing crits, which one is it? It's this one. Like, they just go crazy, up to, like, 110k there. Like, the numbers, 120, 180k, like, they're just nuts. This build is nuts. you could basically mob through everything under the fucking sun really, really quickly. I do want to quickly showcase, before I move on to like the actual main showcase, another fun thing. And before I do that, the firmware, if you're curious, I don't really have anything set up, but I would want to get Deadeye and then Bullets to Spare. It's extra damage, and then the Bullets to Spare, as I believe, like a little bit higher fire rate. Very nice stuff. And then a fun little interaction that I figured out earlier, actually, is Oh My God, and how this weapon functions by using your overshield to get extra damage. Works really, really well, especially if you have the full auto one. I don't know if you like this gun normally comes in burst or what. I think I've only ever gotten a rip of one of these. But this actually works with AMP and then with Teen Witch as well, in a weird thing where if I start shooting here, as you can see, my shield goes down pretty quickly. My ammo counter isn't going down at all, by the way, because it's a thingy. You get ammo back from just shooting this gun. But as you can see here, because I'm in overshield, I'm pretty much getting an amp shot pretty commonly. And as you can see there, like, I'm getting some 3Ks come up. Most of it's around 1 point something, I mean, on top of the electric damage. But this is just infinite ammo. Like, I can just hold this forever and not spend a single bullet. This is a really, really weird but quite fun interaction. Especially if you're in, like, your thingy, and you don't even need to be spamming these out, but if you do, like, you get the increased fire rate and the increased damage. It's quite fun to just mess about with. You can, like, especially if you have the crit knife as well, like, this thing is kind of crazy. Like, look at all those, like, 20Ks that are coming up and how commonly it's triggering them as well. Not only that, that bot over there is getting hit. Like, this is a really weird interaction. I've never seen anybody talk about it when it comes to, like, this type of build. It's really fun to just do. Yeah, so I would say get a Oh My God if you like, or if you already have one, like, mess around with it, have a bit of fun. But yeah, that kind of covers everything with this build. I'm gonna have some, like, showcases of bossing and mobbing at the end here in just 1 minute. So first off, I want to thank you for watching this video. You don't have to stick around to see the showcase. You can go off and do it yourself, or you can. It's entirely up to you. But I'll leave you just with the showcase. Thank you for watching. It means quite a lot to a little old me. So, yes, thank you for watching, and I will see you potentially, hopefully, in the next one.